Good evening everyone and welcome to our first lesson in how to play the ukulele. I'm Audrey and this is the first lesson in our series about mastering this tiny little instrument with its 4 strings. Before we kick off with our first musical session, let's give the strings their names. If we're going to play with our thumbs, dragging across the sound hole, then the first string we're going to play is a G, followed by a C, followed by an E, followed by an A. Here is a rhyme you can use to remember those names. Go catch every animal. No, we're not going to do that. Noah in this ark did not do that either. So we're just going to play our ukulele and chill out. Go catch every animal. No, indeed. We're going to play the ukulele. We can also give them numbers, of course, starting with the index finger from below. 1, 2, 3, 4. The very smallest string is the one at the bottom, and that is number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. The biggest one is number 3. Fantastic. Now, how do you tune the ukulele so you have a good sound when you play? The first string you will usually tune on a ukulele is number 1, the A. Why do we do that? Because most tuners, even the most basic of metal tuners that you pop against something to ring, will give you the sound of A on the 44 Hertz frequency. Now that is the sound of this A. Once you've tuned this string, using the peg furthest away from you at the bottom, then you can tune every other string to that sound. Let me show you. So here we have the sound of the A on 44 Hertz. Next, we're going to tune string number 4, which is on the opposite side, which is the G. In order to get this one to sound like its friend, we need to hold the 2nd fret on the G. That will also give us an A sound. If they don't sound exactly the same, don't adjust the one you tuned first. Adjust the one you are working on now, the G. This is the tuning peg closest to you at the bottom. I think mine is a little bit too sharp or too high, so I'm going to loosen the string a little bit. You might do this several times. Perfect. Until your first string and your 4th string are tuned on an A. Great. Now you've already tuned number 1 and number 4. We're not going to touch them again. We next want to tune number 2. Now number 2 is an E. Go catch every. The E, we can make it sound like the G by playing the 3rd fret. Now we need to make sure that this string sounds the same as number 4. Remember, number 4 is correct. How are we going to change our 2nd string to sound like it? Mine is a bit too high. I'm going to turn the top tuning peg furthest away from me. Until they sound the same. Fantastic. Now I've tuned string 1, string 2 and string 4. I need to tune next the big one, the C string, which is string number 3. I've already tuned the other 3. I want to only touch this one. The tuning peg closest to me at the top belongs to the C. How am I going to find the sound to tune this one to? You can either use an octave note on the 3rd fret of the 1st string to tune a perfect octave, or you can play the 4th fret on this string to to make it sound like your E. Mine sound really good. I don't need to do any tuning here. Fantastic. Let me give you a few basic exercises that you can do before you start playing the ukulele, just to loosen up your arms and make sure that you're sitting correctly. The first exercise we're going to do is for your right hand or your playing hand. Relax it for us on your ukulele's little bottom so that you can put your thumb over the sound hole without having to drop it around. So adjust that arm, and then you're going to strum 4 times. Just in a very relaxed fashion. Fantastic. To make sure that we have it at the right spot, mine is about 1 index finger's length from my wrist. Now we're going to strum up and down. I'm going to do this without a pick by making a little bird's beak with my thumb and index finger. Right, now when I play down towards the floor, I'm going to hit the strings with the nail of my index finger. When I come back up, I'm dragging the nail of my thumb up. Now I put them together and I want to use that nail. Back and forth. Mine sounds a little bit too dusty, so I'm going to adjust my hand position so I can play nice and loudly across the sound hole. It doesn't need to be loud, but it should be soft. We're going to strum 4 groups of 4 like this. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. One more time, and as you do that, adjust how you're sitting until you find the right posture for your right hand. It needs to be nice and relaxed, but also nice and round for a good sound. If you're using a pick, you're welcome to position that pick and to play with that pick. Right, here we go. 4 groups of 4. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. That is the first strumming exercise for your right hand. A nice variation of this one, if you've already played the ukulele a little bit, is to do a down, up, slap. Down, up, slap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now let's do an exercise for the other hand, for the left hand. Now, if you've seen a guitar player perhaps, you would have realized by now that our thumb is going to be working the back of the neck of the ukulele. We call this the fingerboard because the left hand's fingers are going to be operating on this play area. So let's first get a nice position for the left hand. Hold your ukulele in front of you and grasp it with the left hand. Now, without really moving your left hand, just turn it. Position it at an angle and pull your hand away slightly. That is the perfect hand position. Nice and relaxed. Let's do that one more time. Hold your ukulele in front of you, grab it by the neck. Turn it into posture without moving this hand, keeping that hand nice and relaxed. And pull away. There you have it. The very tips of your fingers are going to play. And your thumb is going to be underneath those fingers on the other side of the neck. Right, so let's do our first exercise called the spider exercise. Your index finger, which is the first finger on your left hand, is going to hold the first fret of the first string. Your thumb is underneath it and you're squeezing nice and tightly to make a good sound when you play. Your second finger goes next to it, then your third, and then your fourth. Now they're all placed nicely together. Make sure that they are just above the fret, like so. Not on the fret and not too high, just next to it. Now from here you're going to climb over onto the next string, one finger at a time, keeping a nice steady beat like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Adjust that thumb underneath the neck if it is necessary. One more time. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and relaxed. No tension in your shoulder. Next string and the 4th string. Now let's reverse back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping those fingers nice and curled. Make sure that you are never touching more than one string at the same time, unless you plan to touch more than one string. Let's do that again. Up and back down again, starting on the 1st string, 1st fret, 1st finger on the left hand. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and back down again. 1, 2, 3, and there we have it. Our left hand position has been confirmed, our right hand position has been confirmed, and we have done some strumming. Fantastic. I will see you in the next video where we start to play our first song. Here's a taste of it if you'd like to try. Our thumb is going to be doing the work. See you in the next video.